Are you trying to decide between moving to Roanoke or Asheville?
Hey, did you check out part 1 of this video series? If not, make sure you go back and check that out first and then come back and watch part 2 here. You know, we took a high-level look in that video at the similarities of Asheville and Roanoke, but there's so much more to talk about.
So Asheville, North Carolina is a great place to live. But of course, y'all know that we love Roanoke, Virginia too. And if you didn't know, we lived in Asheville for about 5 years before moving back to Roanoke, so we have firsthand knowledge about the two.
So we've got a lot to cover, so let's get to it and make sure you stay to the end to find out the cost of living comparison, which I know is super important for you. So here we go. Outdoor recreation. This is probably where we'll spend the most time because if you're like so many other people, you know, you're attracted to Roanoke and Asheville because of its beautiful mountains, outdoor amenities, and great quality of life.
Indeed, indeed. I'll have to say my favorite memory, you might remember this, is going on a full moon hike in Asheville up to the summit of Craggy Gardens and seeing the 360-degree view. That was just stunning.
Yeah, headlamps, young nieces, hot chocolate, you name it.
It was
We had
awesome.
everything in the truck and went up there. That was one of Mr. T's first trips, I think.
Yeah, your Tundra. Yeah, it was awesome.
Hey, it's Hal and Chris Collin here, and if you're thinking about moving to Roanoke or Smith Mountain Lake, go ahead and subscribe below so you can be the first to learn about the current market in Roanoke and Smith Mountain Lake.
Our team loves helping people just like you make their move here. So whether that's in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out. All of our contact information is below, and we'd be happy to help you make it a smooth move to the Roanoke Valley.
So Asheville, North Carolina, there are greenway trails, some finished, in progress, and there's some future stages planned as well. The map that we saw actually showed some fragmented sections, but I'm sure they're pulling those all together.
In the terms of water though, French Broad River flows through this area and there's so many parks along the way with access points for fishing, bird watching, picnics, and more. And while the river is fairly flat through the city of Asheville, which is perfect for tubing and float trips, you'll find big rapids to the north in Madison County, which is a great place for whitewater rafting and kayaking.
Yeah, you got miles of hiking trails. There's 100+ miles of hiking trails there, and also the Blue Ridge Parkway, but it's further south in the actual Pisgah region around Asheville.
Yeah, talking about Pisgah, access to Pisgah National Forest is there. This is a forest that's comprised of over 500,000 acres, and Pisgah is primarily a hardwood forest with whitewater rivers, waterfalls, and hundreds of miles of trails.
And then Asheville's also going to be close to the Nantahala National Forest with whitewater rafting to camping available, over 600 miles of trails. Opportunities exist for hikers, mountain bikers, horseback riders, and off-highway vehicle riders.
Yeah, and be sure when you go to check out Asheville Adventure Company for outdoor adventure trips and rentals. They have everything you need.
Right, now let's jump into Roanoke, talking about outdoor opportunities there. So Greenway Network includes over 400 miles of paved and natural surface trails for all types of visitors in the Roanoke Valley.
Yeah, and they're hoping to expand and really connect everything. The 45-mile Roanoke River Blueway, that's our water trail, flows through, connects, and borders 7 localities and goes through several parks, which is cool. So this urban Blueway is very similar. It allows for canoeing, kayaking, fishing, tubing, wading, and wildlife viewing.
Yeah, Roanoke boasts easy access to an extensive network of hiking trails and outdoor recreation opportunities. I mean, you can get on those even from like right downtown Roanoke.
Yeah, and the iconic Blue Ridge Parkway is here too. This is America's favorite drive, and it's just beautiful. If you haven't traveled Blue Ridge Parkway, do it. We're in the plateau region of the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Within the Roanoke Valley, we've got over 600 miles of hiking trails, and then, drum roll, we are America's East Coast mountain biking capital. The Blue Ridge Mountains have produced the best mountain biking trails on the East Coast, and that is actually out at Carvin's Cove, which is a nature reserve, which is the 2nd largest municipal park in the nation.
Yeah, and then talk about Explorer Park. They have their trail system too. This is located off the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's an 1,100-acre preserve situated along the Roanoke River Gorge with a variety of hiking options and treetop quest. That's fun.
Yeah, lots of fun there. And we've also got the Appalachian Trail, right?
I know. I love the Appalachian Trail. It's gorgeous.
You know, it starts in Georgia, goes all the way up to Maine, but it comes through the Roanoke Valley, so we're blessed with that. But George Washington and Jefferson National Forest are part of that. It's one of the largest areas of public land in the eastern United States, which covers over 1.8 million acres of land in the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah, and that's Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky, so that's really neat.
That's a lot.
So while you're here, though, in Roanoke, make sure you check out Roanoke Mountain Adventures for outdoor adventure trips and rentals.
Yep. Now let's talk about thriving arts, culture, and music scene.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, when we lived in Asheville, the music scene was definitely the rage, and it's still the rage. And I remember the drum circle downtown, right?
Oh my gosh, I loved the drum circle. That was awesome.
And now here in Roanoke, you know, one of our favorite places that actually jam out is outside of the popular Dr. Pepper Park.
Did you just do a headbanger?
I did, yes. Get some Bon Jovi in there.
Oh my. With its vibrant art and culture scene, you know, both cities really host numerous festivals and events throughout the year and a bunch of museums, theaters. It really just enriches the cultural fabric of the community. Let's take a look at them both.
Yeah, let's dig in now. So Asheville, the number of cultural festivals annually is 200 plus. You've got things like Shindig on the Green, Love Shine Play Festival, the AVL Festival, Christmas at Biltmore, and Dickens in the Village.
Yeah, that was beautiful. And then Arts District and galleries, you're talking about over 20 including the River Arts District neighborhood itself. So really focused on arts. That's what it's known for. Their art scene, it's teeming with fine artists, mountain crafters, folk artists, and there's just a ton of galleries and performing art venues and those artsy neighborhoods. It makes it funky and fun.
Yeah, it sure does. And some of the great music venues in Asheville include the Orange Peel, which is an intimate performance space in downtown. You've got Gray Eagle, Thomas Wolfe Auditorium, and many other music halls and pubs for music almost any night of the week.
That takes me back. Mm-hmm. Let's come up north to Roanoke. The number of cultural festivals annually are over 100, like the popular St. Patrick's Day Parade and Shamrock Festival, Go Outside Fest, Go Fest, the Blue Ridge Marathon, which is America's toughest marathon, Beaver Dam Sunflower Festival, Old Salem Days, Dickens of a Christmas. Sounds very familiar to Asheville, doesn't it?
Very similar, yes. And then let's talk about art galleries, museums, and theaters. There's 12 plus, because we've got great art galleries. They're going to challenge you to see life a little bit differently. And the really fun thing to do is go to Art by Night, which is galleries, museums, and studios. They stay open late at night. There's refreshments, there's speakers, and that type of thing, which is a whole lot of fun for the family.
Yeah. Now, some of the great music venues in Roanoke are going to include Berglund Center, Harvester Performance Center, Dr. Pepper Park, Elmwood Park, Jefferson Center. There's just so many breweries, wineries, and restaurants, too, that are going to have fun things. Oh, and I have to mention the Crooked Road. It's a 300-mile music trail exploring the roots of this Appalachian music, right? So you're talking string music, blues, gospel, and bluegrass. So you can check all that out, especially at Floyd Country Store. That's a great place.
Yeah, the culinary scene, because you know that I like to eat, right? It's time for us to talk about food. So, you know, what's that mean?
It's your favorite topic.
That is, yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite restaurant in Asheville?
12 Bones for ribs, and then Zombra's was our fancy date night spot, which is really cool.
That. We'll have to go back.
Yep.
That was a really nice place. What about Roanoke?
Roanoke, well, I'm going to say Mama Jean's, staying on the barbecue trend, but you can get burgers there as well. And then as far as breakfast goes, recently went to Hotel Roanoke Regency Room for brunch, and it was so good.
Yeah.
So that's going to be my two there.
Yeah, your mouth is watering.
I know it is. That must be lunchtime.
All right, let's talk about Asheville. Definitely a foodie destination known for its eclectic dining. And I remember this is where we learned the value of eating and shopping local, and was first introduced to farm to table concept. And they have community supported agriculture, which is awesome.
Yeah, number of restaurants per capita is one restaurant per 200 residents in Asheville. They've got breweries and wineries that have just exploded in that area. Last time I saw, there are more than 50 brewery locations and a few wineries. Most notable is the Biltmore Estate.
Yeah, so coming back up north on your food destination and food trip, I'm proud of how much has changed in Roanoke's culinary scene from when I was growing up here. It's pretty diverse as it is delicious. You know, you've got farm to table eateries, international cuisine, and the number of restaurants per capita is one restaurant per 256 residents.
So very similar as far as availability as Asheville, and there's a variety of cuisine options. We've got a lot of international cuisine, farm to table, and southern comfort food, which I love. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Now, I was pretty surprised to learn this. When we were talking about breweries and wineries, there are more than 50 breweries in our Roanoke region, too.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. But our winery scene is more robust than Asheville's. And what's really cool is there's some hiking trails and live music events that you can go to at the wineries, too.
Yeah, and make sure you check out Virginia's Blue Ridge Cheers Trail. Cheers.
Cheers.
A craft beverage trail showcasing our local breweries, wineries, and craft spirit producers. When you register, you can get more information about special offers and other exclusive deals, so make sure you check that out.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Let's hop over to the softer side, like community and lifestyle. What is that all about? What's it like to live in Asheville, North Carolina? Well, some lifestyle factors, according to walkscore.com, downtown Asheville has a walk score of 91, a transit score of 53, and a bike score of 58.
Those aren't bad.
No.
Community organizations and involvement. You've got active community organizations, of course, that are focused on sustainability, social justice, and arts advocacy in the Asheville area.
I can definitely see that. Yeah. Healthcare, similar in size, healthcare facilities as Roanoke here. They provide trauma care and both employ just under about 20,000 healthcare professionals.
Yeah, so shopping, since we were there, they've actually created Biltmore Park Town Square, which is an outdoor lifestyle center with retailers, restaurants, and a movie theater. So that's a lot more robust than whenever we were there.
When I think of shopping in Asheville, I think of downtown because of its eclectic mix of locally owned boutiques, art galleries, craft stores, and restaurants, sometimes concentrated in the areas of Wall Street and Grove Arcade. So that's what I think of.
And overall, the sense of community and neighborly vibes, Asheville is best known for outdoor recreation, hospitality, artsy residents, and a robust music scene.
Yeah, no surprise there. I love that my dad coined it a hippie Caribbean town because every time he came to visit, he said it reminded him of Curacao and the colorful shops and people standing around playing music.
Yeah, we called it the little Caribbean in the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Now let's jump to Roanoke. Let's go north, as Chris says, to Roanoke, and let's talk about the lifestyle factors. According to walkscore.com, downtown Roanoke has a walk score of 90, transit score of 52, and a bike score of 85, which is a huge difference, and Roanoke's been making big strides in this area over the last couple of years.
Yeah, go Roanoke. And community engagement initiatives, neighborhood associations, volunteer opportunities abound, and lots of community events. So that's what our neighborhoods are focusing on.
On the healthcare side, we said that we've got similar healthcare facilities in Asheville and Roanoke. There's a trauma center here. They both employ around 20,000 healthcare professionals.
And shopping, I think about downtown Roanoke again. I like that they both have vibrant downtowns. Here, there's boutiques, art galleries, locally owned shops and restaurants around like Market Square area and the City Market building. We've got 2 shopping malls and a variety of like franchise shop and retail corridors throughout the valley.
Yeah, and as far as sense of community and neighborly vibes, Roanoke's best known for its railroad history, actually, outdoor recreation nowadays, and its true southern hospitality. Actually, one of our clients said, Roanoke reminds them of a slower-paced Mayberry-like town with the friendliest people.
No, that's sweet. Now let's hit the housing market and cost of living. I remember in Asheville, our house was 1 mile from downtown, and we were shocked when we saw it on the market for nearly $100,000 more than what we paid for it. So talk about appreciation.
Yeah, there's been rapid growth in Asheville over the last decade, which is a little bit more so than Roanoke, and that brings positives and negatives to the community, of course, right?
Yeah, so digging into Asheville, North Carolina, their median home price is $420,000 with an average rent of $1,400 a month.
Yeah, notable neighborhoods that we saw when we were there are going to be West Asheville, Montford, Grove Park, Rivers Arts District, as well as Biltmore Park.
Yeah, and then jumping back up north to Roanoke, Virginia, comparing those, the median home price is $325,000, and there are options around $250,000 mark too, with an average rent of $985 a month, so a little bit less.
Yeah, popular notable neighborhoods in the Roanoke Valley are going to be Grandin Village, Delville Town Center, South Roanoke, Cave Spring, and Old Southwest.
Yeah, and Taking home prices into account, the cost of living is considerably higher in Asheville versus Roanoke by about $2,000 a month. That makes a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, stats show that it takes about $6,900 in Asheville to maintain the same standard of living that you would have in Roanoke at $4,900 in the Roanoke Valley.
That's a bold statement.
That is a bold statement.
Wow.
Stats don't lie, though.
Yeah. Overall, local purchasing power in Asheville is 18% lower than in Roanoke, Virginia.
Despite its growing popularity, though, Roanoke offers a more affordable housing market and cost of living compared to Asheville, making it an attractive option for home buyers and renters alike.
Yeah, you know what? There you have it, folks. Love both cities, but whether it's affordable housing market, accessible outdoor recreation, that vibrant art scene, diverse dining options, or a strong sense of community, Roanoke, Virginia offers a compelling lifestyle that sets it apart from Asheville.
Like we said earlier, go out and make sure you explore each city and you can decide for yourself.
And no matter which city that you choose, though, Cohen Realty Group is here to help you find your dream home and make your relocation journey a smooth move.
There you have it. We'll see you on the next video.